In this tutorial, I'll try to explain the different tools that we have here in the Visuals tab and in the Controller tab, which is here. We start here with the initial positions. This is when we reload the project. It will start up in this position. This is the 0, 0. This is the front of the center of the front cube face. Moving the panorama to a different position. Let's say we open it up here, zoom in. The default values in Flashificator are 0.4 for the minimum zoom, that is the zoom out, and 3 at the maximum zoom, which is the zoom in. Now I have put it to this position and I click the save position. It will open up in this position when I reload. The home position is a different one. If you hit the home key on the keyboard, it should move to that home position. We can go here, set it for trash can, zoom out there, and now I set the save position, and this is the home position. Let's reload. Opens up at the bird, which is the initial position, but when I hit the home key on the keyboard, it will move to the trash can. The zoom max can be increased. You can go by the numeric stepper or go in by typing the value that you want. Depending on the quality of your panorama, you would want to have the maximum zoom level so that the pixels cannot be seen, so you don't see bad compression in the JPEGs and so on. So you have a clear image. This has gone beyond what is healthy for this image. Here we have the frame rate. This is set at 60 by default. Older computers, they can choke if it is set higher. The ratio here refers to the screen ratio, and those controls here, you really don't need to change anything there. Then we have the disable for pan and tilt. If you disable the pan, you cannot move to the sides, but you can go up and down, and you can block that by blocking the tilt, and then everything is blocked. Here pan is open but no tilt. The pan key is like auto rotation, except it doesn't allow any pause or stopping. So if we start that and we move the panorama, it will immediately go back into its direction. You can have the speed set quite high, which is not useful for anything in my opinion. And you can assign a tilt key. So you would click on a key and then it would simply tilt up. Same here for a zoom key. So you could make a function for a zoom key. So when you click on it, it will zoom to whatever level there is. And here we have the visual quality. The segments are set at 30. This is also something you should consider not changing, since older computers, they will suffer for it. Visual behavior is set at smooth, and that makes the panorama move as it does in combination with the friction and threshold. If we move this to there's no smooth plus there. This smooth here, it goes rather abruptly to stop, and then we go to drag, and that just drags the panorama. This is not the normal drag mode that you have on tablets, because this one is still moving in the panorama way, that it moves to the direction that you're moving the mouse. But that can be changed by going here to the controller, and you set the mouse movement to, let's say, -50 or -10, and then you're actually dragging like you would do on a tablet or touch device. It was at 50 by default here, and we are still here in the visuals. The friction cannot be changed when you have moved away from the smooth plus. The same for the threshold. They are blocked from the changes when you move away from the smooth plus. Disabled here means that there is no movement. It's like they disable the pan and tilt here both together. And this is a useful thing when you for example have an image to display and you don't want the panorama down under to move if somebody interacts with the image or something on the image. So you block off the panorama movement. That can also be recorded in a function. And then we have the friction. Let's look at the movement here. Throw it and it goes to a stop. The friction can be put very strongly on, so you click and drag and the image almost doesn't move or doesn't move at all. If we go to the 100, it doesn't move at all. The same here. If we set it very low, the panorama will just continue to move. And put it to 1 here, it just will rotate for a long time. So the setting at 15, that's up to you to decide if you want that or something smoother or less smooth. The threshold is the time it takes for the panorama to be brought to the stop. So it's over here, it will be very quick to stop after you release the mouse when throwing it. And the leash is set at lock, meaning that when there are more panoramas in the project, if I look down here in this one and then change to the next panorama will open up with a view down. And then there's a follow and there's a free. You should make some tests on this. I honestly don't remember how it was working. And the shrinking of images, this is to make them smaller, but it will pixelate them and make them look quite ugly. So this is not a control that you would normally be using. Then we move to the controller part. Here you can assign keys on the keyboard to movement. Let's say here the right would be R to move to the right. So clicking on the right, it will move to the right. Left could be any key. I just put L here, and hitting it will move to the left, and the same with up and down. So this is where you assign keys to functions, functional keys. Zoom out, say X there. Well, there's this X and Z, and the home key. So that would go there, and the hold key. That is, if you're doing something, click on the hold key, it will simply stop or hold the panorama back. The sensitivity for keyboard, that's when you use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Then you can have the sensitivity, change it here, and the same for the mouse if you want to go have the movement, a bigger movement. Like here, just move a little bit with mouse and it will make a lot of movement on the panorama. In the minus area, it goes in the opposite direction with the drag. Oops. Yeah. So and here it is possible to disable the keys or the wheel, so the mouse will not work here, and keys on the keyboard will not work. that I had set in here, and also the arrow keys, and the controls will not work here. That means both keys and wheel. And this is what you will meet of functionality options for the visuals and controller tabs. Thank you.